Hello, my sweet, sweet little angels. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a lovely day today. I am so excited because today I'm finally showing you guys my updated Notion tour. You guys have been asking for this for weeks and I'm here to deliver. And I'm also really excited because this video is sponsored by Notion, which is like a dream come true for me. So on Notion, you can pretty much organize your whole life. At least that's what I do because I love having everything in one place. It just makes me feel sane and it keeps me very organized and productive. So basically you can take notes, you can manage tasks, you can set goals. It's completely customizable, so you can make it your own, you can make it really aesthetic, you can add like pictures or make it really cute, which you'll see in my tour when I show you how I use it. And it's also really cool and useful if you work with a team because it's really easy to share your work and you can see what's going on within the project. And again, it's just really nice to have everything in one place. So my Notion is like my personal and business hub. Like everything is on there and it's saved me so much time and like changed the game for me when it comes to organization, productivity, planning my days, time management, all of that. So yeah, if you want to try out Notion, I'll leave a link down below, and I'm also going to share with you guys some of my templates which you'll see throughout the video. There's going to be links in the info box for that, and then you can just duplicate it and use it if you want to. So I'm very excited for that. Okay, let's get into my Notion tour. Okay, so this is my dashboard, which is basically a page where I keep all of my other pages. So I have everything in one place. In terms of the settings, to quickly go over that, I use small text in pretty much all of my pages because I just think it looks better. And then I use the full width look and I kind of change the fonts depending on how I'm feeling. Right now I just have the default one. And then sometimes I like to put a nice banner. This is just a photo from Notion, a little emoji here, a cloud, something cute. And then I like to sprinkle in some like GIFs and little quotes. Just things to make it like aesthetically pleasing and personal. And besides all of my like little categories of pages, which we're gonna go through, I have my monthly goals on the bottom because I just want to be reminded and accountable, and I have my intention of the month. I created them in a form of a checklist so I can just check them off once they're complete, which is really nice. And then I favorited the pages that I use all the time. So that's my dashboard, which we're looking at right now, my weekly plan, monthly budget, routines and habits, content hub, and grocery list. So these are the things that I usually use every day. Well, we're gonna go through that. If this style looks familiar, I watched quite a few Notion tours and I love the one from Jules. I'll link that video down below. The pages are my own, but I really liked her style, so I copied it a little bit. This little schoolwork section is empty, as you can tell, because I just started my classes like 2 days ago. So I'm waiting to have all of my first classes and then I'll put that all together. I would gladly do a video on how I organize my schoolwork, so let me know if you want to see that once it's done. Okay, now let's get into the pages. So starting with this section, which is just called Just Life. I didn't know what to name it. The first one is my weekly plan, which I use every single day for sure. So on the top, I have this week's top priorities, where I just write down the tasks that absolutely need to get done, or the focus of the week, just so I can stay on top of the things that are important. And then on the bottom, I have all of my weekly to-dos. So every Sunday I write down everything that needs to get done that week, and then I organize it into these categories. So I have personal, admin, content, and school, and these colors go with the colors that I use in my Google Calendar. I'm very organized now, guys. It's really cool. This is what it would look like. And then let's say that it's Thursday night and I'm gonna plan my Friday. I would just drag this, for example, here, and then I tick it off once it's complete. So it's very simple. On the bottom, I just have a brain dump section where I can write tasks that are not that important, but I just thought of them, or things that I remember that I need to do next week. So that's that. It's very simple. I'm gonna have this template because I love it so much. It also works really well on the phone app. Like, it looks very organized and nice. So I'll have that down below. Okay, moving on, grocery list. We've updated it. So now I have, this is like quinoa in Slovenian. And here I have different tags. So it's either a food item, fruit and veggies, which is also food but a different category, and then home and beauty. And then I have a little checkbox if I bought it, and then the store, so I have different stores that I go to. So that just helps me to be really organized with my groceries. Moving on to the personal category, I have my notes page, which still needs a lot of work. I haven't really done much with that. I have my reading list and my movie list, so here are just some books, but as you can tell, it's just like a little list. So this needs work. Okay, and then possibly my favorite page that I use all the time, my routines and habits page. I'll have this whole template linked for you guys because around here we like to focus on self-care. So I'll pop that in the description box for you guys. I have my physical activity tracker. As you can tell, I just added this because I just need to do something with my body because I've been very lazy. So I just have the date on the left and then the type of workout, which I have some options here. So I just choose, and then a checklist. So if I've done anything, if I've moved, I check that off. Move significantly, like, you know, if it's like a 10-minute walk, then I'm not putting that in. And then if I use like a workout video from YouTube or something, I can paste a link here just to, I don't know, refer back to it, or I can use that another time. And then scrolling down, I have my reset routine. So here I have my Sunday routine written out, a cute little GIF. I actually use this all the time. I thought I wouldn't, but I just sometimes need to be reminded of what I need to do at the end of the month, which is down here, and on Sundays, which is my reset routines. And then I have my little weekly habit tracker. So some of my habits that I sometimes forget to do, like my supplements, for example, I just wanted to write it down. And then I'm really trying, as I said, to be active and work out, and then to stay on top of my schedule because my life is a bit crazy right now and I want to stay on top of everything. And then I just have the day and then a little checklist. It's very simple. I'm not like a techie person, so all of my pages are very simple and easy to like copy if you know, want to copy them. And then I have another tracker. This is for my reset routine. So again, there's a date, and then I choose whether it's a weekly reset or a Sunday reset. I love my reset routine, guys, so this is very important to me. And then again, a checklist. And then here is just a little recap. I usually do all the writing in my journal, but then I like to write the habits and the goals in here. So it's literally just like a simple list. There's no fancy template or anything. And I like to copy it to my weekly to-do list and to my top priorities, just so I know what I want to do, you know? So that's that. And then on the bottom here, I just have a little toggle list of my morning routine and my evening routine. Is it called a toggle list? Am I making that up? Yeah, okay. I never look at this because I know my morning and evening routine very well, but it's still cute, you know? Moving on to finances. How exciting. So I've got this year's finances and then last year's. I'm just going to show you this year's because it's the same. So on the left right here, I have my monthly budgets. So as you can tell, I've been very consistent. I've been doing this for a year now, which is very impressive for me. And I'll show you an empty monthly budget, and I'll also leave a template down below because obviously this is a bit personal, so I don't want to like share all of my finances with you guys. On the bottom, I just have like my savings. I'm not going to scroll further because again, personal, but I write the date and then what I'm saving for. So at the beginning of this year, I was saving for my emergency fund, and then I would put in the amount, and then if I want to like write a note or something about where that money is or whatever. And then here I have my work payments. So this is like sponsorship, collaboration, finance tracker, which I think is a really good idea if you're like a freelancer or something. I just added this, as you can tell, it's empty. But I think it's gonna help me so much. I don't have a set income. I work with different brands, so money is coming from different sources, and I need to kind of keep on track with what's been paid, what I'm still waiting for, if anything's late. So this just helps me with that. So I would put the name of the brand here and then the amount. And something that I just realized recently is that you can format the number for it to be like euros or dollars or whatever else you're using, which I think is really cool. So then if I were to use euros, for example, which is what we use in Slovenia, if I wrote like a number, it would put it into euros. So that's cool. And then when the payment is due, whether it was paid, I can tick it off, and then if I need to write any notes. So that's really cool. So this is how my monthly budget page looks like. This is obviously empty. This is the one that I'm gonna place in the info box, so you can just duplicate it and use it. You can obviously change it around a little bit, whatever you want. But at the top, I have my income streams. So here I would obviously write the name of the income stream or the brand or project, whatever. I have fixed expenses, which are, you know, rent, insurance, anything that I need to pay the same amount every month, and then all the other expenses. So like apartment utilities, eating, drinking out, all of that. I have savings on the bottom, and then a little overview. So how much I spent in the whole month, how much I've saved, and how much I've received. I put in the amount here, and again, you can choose euros, dollars, whatever you want. And I have tags for all of them just to keep it extra organized. The goal part I just use for things like eating and drinking out. So I have like a budget for myself, so I can spend up to 150 euros as an example. And then there's also a notes section if you need to write anything in there. And then I have my yearly financial comparison page, which I'm not gonna open because it's a bit personal, but it's very simple. It's just in the form of a table. I have the month of every year since I've had my business, and I just write my monthly income basically, and then I can sort of compare it and see how things are growing, if they're not growing. It's just nice to see and keep track of. So that's my finances. And then on the bottom, I have my growth section, which I just decided to do this recently, and it's almost the end of 2021, so I didn't want to make a whole fancy page for it, so I literally just took a picture of my journal and pasted it here. So that's that. I'm gonna do something really fancy for 2022 and like do quarterly goals pages and all that, but I just thought it would be a bit pointless. I mean, there's like 3 months left. That's quite a lot of time, but it's a work in progress. Okay, that's that. And then on the left side, I have my biz little section where I have my content hub. So this is very exciting. I use this all the time. And this is obviously going to be more for like influencers, but I feel like you can find inspiration in these pages for other sort of work that you may do, especially if you're like a freelancer or someone who's in a similar world or business. So I'm not going to share with you guys the business section because there's a lot of confidential information in there. I would get in trouble if I shared it, so I'm sorry. And then I have my content page. So I have all my video ideas, which are just organized in simple categories. So as you guys know, I make like how I'm changing my life videos. I make habits and organization type of videos, routines, challenges, blah, blah, blah. And then is just like a list in the board view. And then on the bottom here, as you can tell, there's a video tracker, which this is like life-changing to me. This whole format is inspired by Thomas Frank that a lot of influencers and video content creators use. But I use my own template for the video planning section. And if you open it, there's the whole video plan. It helps me so much when I'm filming and planning. It actually saves me a lot of time, so it's really great. And then I have the status, so this one has been published. This one is now in the filming section. I have the publish date, if the video is sponsored, and then type of video. So this goes with my all video ideas page. And then once it's been published, I tick the little box and paste the link right there. And that's it. And I have a cute little sun on the side, which makes me happy. If you're an influencer, a filmmaker, an editor, anything like that, this is life-changing because, as most of you know, you need to use copyright-free music. So I started doing this when I was making my last video, and why haven't I done this before? I don't know. But I basically write the name of the song, write where it's from, and then the vibe, which is so helpful because when I'm editing a video, I'm like, oh, I want like little like chill singing sort of music here. And so I can just look through here find the vibe, and then there's a link to the song, and I can just paste all of this and put it in the description box. It's literally life-changing. Saves me so much time. Oh my god. And then I have the Instagram page, which is very similar to the video tracker, just a little less complicated. And then TikTok's page is exactly the same. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my Notion tour. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you guys want to see my like school Notion tour slash how I organize all of my schoolwork, and I will gladly do that once I have it all set up. And then obviously for 2022, when I'm planning my goals, I just love this stuff. Like, this is my hobby. So I'm very excited to share that. And thank you again to Notion for sponsoring this video. It's so cool. With that, I'm gonna let you go. I hope this was helpful, and I'm wishing you the most beautiful, beautiful day. Bye. I play it back when it's over, the back when it's over, back when